Hey, what's up, guys? Be the Hendo, pump it up, and I am in the gym hitting some bicep drop sets right now. Now, this is not a full workout. I'm actually using the video as a background while I actually talk to you about bicep thickness and fullness. Um, Genetics versus training. With me, I kind of reap the benefits of my younger training a lot. So, if you're watching this video, probably the two types that'll benefit the most will be younger people that are starting out training and really want to get some good fullness and thickness out of their biceps. And other than that, possibly, there's always going to be stuff you can learn no matter how long you've been training. But if you are on anabolic steroids, this will also help. So, as I said in my other videos recently, that I'm a big proponent of drop sets, and here you see me doing some drop sets in the gym. This totally fries out my biceps, but it's in no way indicative of how my biceps got thick or why my biceps look the way they do. I actually do this because it just gives you an unbelievable pump and it burns a ton of calories. Okay, real quick, we're gonna switch shots and modes here. And here you see me on the preachers doing hammers. This is one of the things that I do think is indicative to the reason my biceps look the way they do over time. I do like to isolate the biceps a lot, and hammer curls has always been a mainstay for my biceps. Hammer curls work the full length of the heads the way they work. By turning your hand, you'll notice if you actually take your bicep, and I'll show you in a video clip in a minute, the difference in the way your bicep sits when you turn your hand for hammer curls as opposed to normal curls. People come up to me in the gym all the time and talk about the meat and width of the bicep compared to just the overall length, which is an important feature. It just makes you look so much stronger. Okay, this is just to show you. If you take your bicep and you hold it plate open, okay, you can see the way the bicep sits. Now, if you turn your hand, you see the way the bicep sits. You get the full length and radius of the head doing a hammer curl, okay? Now, if I turn my wrist, I'll try to back up and do this. Turn my wrist, see what happens, okay? That's what I'm talking about. The reason hammer curls are so important. And that's the reason hammer curls is what I do a lot of. I feel like it gives you the thickness and you get the full length extension from a hammer curl. I notice a lot of people don't really hit hammer curls the way they should in the gym. I'll get into a story about that in a minute. Okay, so here I am doing my drop set, finishing up one of them. About the hammer curls thing, I was a huge hammer curl guy when I was younger, and I look around at a lot of people's biceps, and it seems like they end prematurely on their arms, or they're really, really thin. So that's something you don't want. And those same guys, I see them doing exercises where they don't include enough hammers. Isolation and hammers build the length and the width of both heads on your biceps as in two. Now, I did hurt myself over a year ago, and I was not able to do hammer curls at all. I'm just able to get back into my hammer curls. So for the time being with maintenance, I did a lot of drop sets and a lot of preachers, and I could work around my injury. This is what happens when you get older. You get injuries, you have to work around them. But yeah, I'm just able to go back into the hammer time, as I like to call it, with the biceps, and I'm really happy to be able to do that again. But it's taken a year for the bicep tendon to heal, and it's still not 100%, but I'm able to do it. It's what you got to do, guys. Work around the pain, figure out what you can do while you're healing without really fucking up your system. Okay, so another shot of me real time. If you look at my bicep, okay, and I'm not very lean right now, but you get the length, right? That's what I'm talking about, the length right there. That's what a lot of people get, okay? You want meat inside there. That's where you want it. You don't want just a punk ass hippie bicep. You want to look like a man when you're holding the weight, when you grab the weight. That looks strong, okay? If you have one bicep that's peaked on the outside, it's a waste. Like I said, I reap the benefits of my training from my younger days. Now let's talk about compound movements for bicep. Compound movements for bicep would be like a standing dumbbell curl or standing barbell curls, also cable standing curls, and Arnold curls. Those are really good compound movements. Now, the reason they're called compound movements is because they don't just isolate the bicep. They employ some of the shoulders, some of the actual whole body, standing, the legs. These things are actually pretty damn good compound movements for your bicep. But here's the thing with compound movements. A lot of guys say that compound movements actually make you more androgenic and cause full on body growth. Do one or two compound movements for your bicep. Make sure you include the hammer curls. Be strong with the hammer curls, you know. Use some actual weight, and then use the peaking and the pump so you get a full bicep workout like preachers with a normal grip, or even drop sets. So I know a lot of guys are not into drop sets right now, and this goes back to environmental versus genetics. What is what? I feel that environmental is actually more important than your genetics. I think that a lot of people use genetics as an excuse because their environmentals are poor from the start and they don't have volume over time. So hopefully this video helps you out and you enjoy the video. If so, thumbs up, subscribe. I've got a lot more coming. Okay, video's over. Why are you still here? Get out there and curl your own weights.